Most other nations don't allow a terrorist to be their leader.
Yet so many allow their leaders to be terrorists.
Message!
And here we go.
It's the comic book bullies.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
It's the comic book bullies.
You will bow down before me!
It's the comic book bullies.
Now I am the master.
It's the comic book bullies. It's the comic book bullies.
All right.
Oh.
Give it. Oh, you saw her going with. Okay, give it to me. Give it to me.
The following contains offensive language and spoilers. Listener discretion is advised. Skip it up. Skip it up. Man's not hot. Pick up your ticket. Man's not hot.
I can't respond to that. I'm sorry.
2 + 2 is 4. That girl's got a frisbee or something. I don't even know the word.
Your man is 44. Quit your draw. You throw me off with that, Eli. I'm sorry. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies Nursing Book Me host Leroy, aka Bad Hat Harry, with my co-host.
Yeah, this is Eli, aka Swamp Ass Thing.
I'm done. I can't.
It's hot, man. It's fucking hot.
No, I get it, man. You done. You got it. I can't go for it. All right. Also, shout out to the co-host, the Doombot, the AI, aka Skynet. So
The AI is working.
gotta be here. Yeah. Okay. So, like I said, we're back. I know we've been sporadically recording, and y'all will let us know in the inbox when we hand shit them out. I was waiting for the podcast. Where the fuck y'all been at? You know, sorry, man. We took a vacation, man. Just had to do shit, you know. But we're back.
Yeah. Maybe we're finally getting lives.
I went to touch grass yesterday. That's what I went to do.
Went outside.
And went outside, yeah. What do we got here? Jake, what it do? Skibbity toilet. Okay.
What up, Jakey Poo?
See, I keep hearing that. I don't know what that means.
What does it say? I can't even read
toilet. I hear everything. It's a meme. It's a thing. I don't know what that means. That's how you know you get old.
Yeah.
Y'all get paid for vacation. I get paid for vacation. Not here for the podcast. No, for my real job.
PTO.
Yeah, PTO, pay time off. Yeah. Let me say it. Moving in podcast to get into it. We either got a bunch of shit or nothing. One or the other. There's no in between in them. So we're just gonna go to it. So
we'll let you decide.
we're gonna let the viewer decide from there. But we do want to say this, Eli, since this is a coming podcast and we've been taking a week off. Can we start off with podcast right from the jump?
With podcasts?
So, yeah, I mean comic books. Well, let's start with comic books. I think I said it wrong, but yeah, we'll do comic. Let's start with a comic book for this comic book podcast. So I want you to give me a reading recommendation, Eli. Should I read Civil War II or World War III? I'm trying to see which one should I.
You haven't read Civil War II?
I read them, but I think I need to reread them just in case.
I'd go with.
Or should I read World War III?
I'd go World War III.
Yeah,
Civil War II. That was that Nazi Cap?
No, that was Bendis when Captain Marvel was acting like a fucking fascist.
Or some shit. Okay. It was Nazi. It was Nazi Cap Marvel, not Nazi.
Yeah,
not
Nazi Cap Marvel, not Cap. Right, not Hydra Cap.
That was Secret Empire. Was Nazi Cap? Was Hydra?
Right.
Hydra Cap. Yeah.
Small difference. But
getting these rehash stories mixed up.
Right, they keep running the same story, so yeah, they are gonna flow into each other. But the point is, what I'm trying to say, if you didn't catch, the subliminal that I was dropping and had been dropping for the long, there's some things that have been going on in the news. Just want to let you know, we're not gonna get too deep into it because, like I said, we're here for escapism, not for the other stuff. But I do want to let y'all know this: for all the Call of Duty players out there right now, erase your file right now because. They're coming for you. You top of the leaderboard. They're coming for you first.
And no, you can't have 3 submachine guns, a fucking grenade launcher, a throwing knife, and infinite grenades on you.
Oh my God, Eli! Imagine, because here's the thing. Here's the beauty of it. We're too fucking old to get drafted.
Yeah.
So we're okay. But imagine Gen Z going over there.
It's.
taking
I mean, yeah.
selfies.
I mean, people are concerned. I had a buddy of mine, message me his son's stationed somewhere and they're on standby. I mean, he's all concerned. Yeah, it's fucked up, but
it's
yeah,
fucked up. But
yeah.
but like I said, y'all voted for it. Anyway, let's go past that. Can we talk about some fun shit now?
Sure.
Okay. Like I said, for the last few weeks, when we have been recording, I've been doing album reviews, and that's how I keep it going. Even though I know the algorithm and the analytics for album reviews have been completely shit, I don't care. There's a podcast, do what the fuck we want to do. So we're gonna do another album review. Now the thing is, last few albums I've been doing, I've been shitting on them, been poo-pooing on them, been like, I ain't really fan of the album. So this time, Eli, I'm gonna make a recommendation.
Okay.
On a new album that's out right now. Recommendation I'm going to make is Slick Rick.
No, he got a new one? How did I not know this?
It's his first album in thinking like 25 years or something like that.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Like whatever it is, it's been a long ass time, like decades since he dropped the album. So he dropped the album and it's pretty good. I've been listening to it. It's like very short. I think it may be like 35, maybe 40 minutes long. It's like get in, get out, like real quick. Songs here and there, stuff like that. And I'm sitting there listening to it. I'm like, man. And so like last week when I bitched about the beats and shit like that, I like the beats on here. I'm like, okay, who did the beats? So I looked it up in the credits. Guess who did the beats? Idris Elba.
Really? No shit.
Yes. Idris Elba is executive producer of this album. I'm like, what?
No shit. Does he have a name or does he go by just Idris Elba?
Like Big Driz or Drizzy or
okay.
He's got a rap nickname, but he's just Idris Elba.
I've heard he was like into like DJing and shit. Like, yeah.
Well, here's the crazy thing about it. Like when I started digging into it, apparently he was a DJ first before all this acting shit. Like that's how he got his name. So yeah. And then I saw like a clip of him and like it's like a lot of pollutants like that, like thousands of people in the crowd, and he was DJing, it's like spinning and shit. I'm like he is controlling the crowd. Like what the fuck? You ever seen that that British skit where kind of like Idris Elba can do everything?
Oh yeah.
So I guess he is like that. They say he was like a rapper, producer, actor, kickboxer, race car driver, MMA fighter, comedian. I'm like
plumber,
and he does all that shit. So it's like, oh man, hold on, let me see what we got. That's what I'm saying. He is a DJ. So yeah. So it's just like, damn. So all these bullshit ass beats and albums out there, like y'all need to call Idris Elba. Like it's weird, but if he's making albums like this, yeah. So yeah. Also, another thing on there, Nas has one of my favorite verses of this whole year right there. So I'm just loving that. So all this content. What am I trying to say? Anyway, this contention against Nas that like Jim Jones is better. Y'all need to stop drinking the Kool-Aid. Did you see what I did there, Eli?
That's clever.
That's too. That's over. It's too late in the morning. It's
clever.
That's over everybody's head. I'm not going to go there. Just Google it. You'll get it. Everybody don't catch what I just did. So
if you get it, you're old.
You're old as fuck. Yeah. Shaq is also a DJ. No, not really. That's like saying Paris Hilton is a DJ. Not really.
Well, Lottie Dottie. All right.
We like the party.
I'll check out the new Slick Rick.
Don't bother nobody. Check it out. Yeah, you'll like it. That's all I got. We're going to move on past that. Like I said, we came here for the thumbnail. Okay. So the thumbnail we're here for, we're going to talk about a movie, not a new movie. We're going to talk about, matter of fact, let's
an old-ass movie.
Old-ass movie that is 50 years old. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Jaws. We're going to talk about that. Also, we're going to talk about another movie. Because we did, okay, that's 50 years old for Jaws, but also 30 years old from today. Oh, not World War III. No, that's coming up soon. But anyway, Clueless. Yeah.
All right.
Also, 20 years old from today. Batman. Nope, not that one.
What the?
The other one. The other one. What?
Is it Dark Knight?
That one.
Oh, Batman Begins.
No,
oh, yeah.
Batman Begins. Yeah.
Damn,
I didn't do the list. I didn't see what was 40 and 10. I didn't feel like I'm pretty sure 10. I'm pretty sure 10 is a Marvel movie.
Well, shit. Let's talk about Batman Begins instead.
We don't. We will. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. But first, we're gonna talk about. We're gonna hit all the points. But we're gonna talk about.
Well, I'm throwing my Jaws notes away now, so I want to talk about.
You can't talk about Batman, man. That's all we do is talk about Batman. Let's talk about Jaws. right.
All right, yeah.
Now, before you get into it, Eli, I do want to let you know something.
Mm-hmm.
My first time watching Jaws was yesterday.
You've never seen Jaws?
I've never seen Jaws. No.
No shit. Well, congratulations. How'd that work
So
out
I
for
watched
you?
the first time. Like the only one I've seen was Jaws 4: The Revenge.
Oh, gee. Oh, yeah. That ain't.
Where
Yeah.
the tagline, "This time it's personal."
Yeah.
And after that, I was like, you know what? I'm good on the Jaws franchise. I don't need to see more of these.
You basically acted like a Gen Z, but like 30 years ago.
So like Mario Van Peebles was in it with dreadlocks. I'm just like, I don't need any more Jaws movies. I'm good.
Oh, man. Yeah. That's too bad. Fuck it then. What did you think your first time watching this?
My first time watching it, it was all right.
It was
I hate to say, I mean, I know it's real cinema, and like that. It was all right. It was cool. I mean, I'd rather watch Deep Blue Sea with Samuel Jackson.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, we better not.
Okay, let's go there. So that's why I wanted you to go, Eli. That's why I wanted this to be your review, right? Because I know I'm gonna rent everybody off. Like, he doesn't like Jaws. Fuck this guy. Fuck this Snyder Cult, shit like that. Jaws. I didn't see Jaws. Did I see Jaws 3D? I don't know if I saw it or not.
What is it? What did he say? What did he say? I can't read.
Jaws 3D.
No, I did not. I really wanted to. I did not go. I did not fucking get to see Jaws 3D in the theaters. No, I was really wanted to, but my dad took us to go see fucking Snow White. I was so pissed.
Oh, so that's why you hate Disney movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's right. It's a personal grudge with that shit. Okay, gotcha.
I never saw Jaws in 3D. Not in 3D. Like I saw it like on cable and rented it and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, keep in mind, like all the Jaws movies right now on Peacock, all of them, 1 through 4, The Revenge.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is this shark hunting this family? Who the fuck are these people?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, they were fun. We did like the Jaws conversation has now been ruined. Like,
I didn't mean to bring up. Can we review Jaws 4 since we're here?
Yeah, it sucks.
Jaws: The Revenge. Such a dumbass movie, man. But anyway, go to it. I'm gonna let you review Jaws. Give us the Jaws, all of it.
Well, yeah, it is the 50th anniversary of Jaws. Jaws is one of the most influential movies ever made. It kind of
some people say it's the first blockbuster.
Yeah, the first summer blockbuster. Kind of changed the way movies are marketed and made, and I do
want to say it's funny that when Martin Scorsese was going off about real cinema and all these movies are just theme parks and all this shit like that, like all his buddies like George Lucas and Steven Spielberg were kind of like quiet in the background, like let me not say shit.
Yeah. I mean, and that was the 70s. I mean, where a lot of filmmakers were kind of given, they started taking chances during the late 60s and 70s. It was the new Hollywood was what they were called. But
Steven Spielberg wasn't.
Yeah,
Steven Spielberg was a crowd pleaser. He made crowd pleasing movies.
And this was his second. Well, I think his second feature or a third feature. I think which came first, but
and that's the thing. What I'm trying to say, like all the blockbusters nowadays, everything they learn is from George Lucas and Steven Spielberg.
Yeah. I mean, this was
they follow the blueprint.
Yeah, this is what it was the first summer blockbuster, and
look at Jake. Hold up, Jake. I thought you was a Gen Zer. Then you come with the film knowledge.
What did he say? I can't even read this.
Second film by Steven Spielberg.
It's a second. Well, I know he did
was
the
like,
TV.
Like before he was about to go, Eli, he was like, well, actually.
Yeah. Second film. Yeah, his second. Okay, because Duel was a made-for-TV movie. Okay.
We can't count that.
He was young. He was a young director, and they took a chance on him, and he was kind of young and naive, and decided to shoot this on the story of Jaws and how the production was like troubled. It was like it's a miracle this movie ever got made. But studios saw oh wow.
Oh, my fault.
The production was like trouble.
My fault.
It was like it's a
My fault. Go ahead. I was
John, I don't even feel care anymore.
Technical difficulties, my fault.
Okay, where am I at now, Josh?
I threw you off. I threw you off with yourself. My fault. The multiverse.
Yeah.
Of Eli.
I mean, it is. Jaws is considered one of the best movies ever made. It's also considered one of the best horror movies ever made. And this is
that's what I was going to ask you. What genre is this movie?
Yeah, it is considered one of amongst fans, like the consensus like we're not critics and fans alike. You know, you got your, you know, the uptight critics who like bougie, shitty horror movies like Hereditary and Nosferatu, but then you have like the real fans, the hardcore horror fans that like Jaws as well. You know, and it is considered to be one of the scariest movies they ever made. I believe. Remember on Bravo, was it Bravo or AMC where they would have those 100 greatest movie or horror movies and they would count it down? Jaws was number one. And this was voted amongst, this was voted amongst, you know, horror filmmakers and like people who wrote for Fangoria and Rue Morgue. So it's considered to be one of the scariest movies ever made. I remember seeing an interview with Rob Zombie where he said he saw this as a kid and he was afraid to take a piss. Because he thought a shark was going to get
in the water. Anytime a Jaws movie came out, nobody went swimming.
Yeah, he thought a shark was going to come up from the toilet. So this movie traumatized an entire generation.
Even in the pool.
Yeah, I saw it as a kid. I saw this not in its first run. I saw it in a returning. So when I was like 5 years old, they re-released it back in theaters. You know, and this is before, like, yes, I'm old. This is before cable and, you know, video stores and DVDs and Blockbuster and streaming where everything's readily available all the time. No, if you wanted to see a movie more than once, you had to go out to the theater and see it. And they would re-release movies in theaters. So when I was like 5, they put this back in the theater. My mom took me and my sister to go see it. And it freaked me out because I was living in New York at the time. So we went to the beach a lot, but I also loved it. It was also a really fun movie. And whenever it came on TV, I would watch it. I read the book. I loved this movie as a kid, and I still love it.
Now,
it is one of my.
How close is it to the book?
There's a lot of differences. in the book. Yeah.
Okay.
I will say that the movie is one of the few movies that are better than the book. You know, I mean the book is more gory. Like it goes into detail on what happens to the victims when they're getting eaten and shit.
Oh, okay.
But as far as like the pacing, I consider this me. This is just me. I'm old. I'm an OG. I consider this to be a perfect movie as far as pacing, the plot, performances. You know, the humor. There's a lot of humor dipped in there. You know, to break the tension. You know, and then the music. The music is like a character. Like this is the theme that even if you haven't seen Jaws, you know the score.
You about to hate me. Can I talk about the score? You're gonna hate me on this.
You don't like the score?
Okay. Disclaimer: the views of Leroy do not reflect the views of Eli from what I'm about to say.
Yeah, no one's gonna watch this now.
Okay.
I'm pretty
Shit
sure
on Jaws. What the fuck?
I'm sure anybody who came to hear Jaws has left by now.
Right, because we're supposed to be sucking this movie's dick for like 4 hours, not you coming here. Well, actually, here's my thing about the score. Yes, the score, like the main theme song, one of the greatest theme songs of all time, bar none. Just put it out there like that. However, certain times in this movie, the soundtrack or the theme or the score got a little too John Williams-y. So we're supposed to be watching a horror movie where, you know, like no, man, that shit don't like too adventure-y time.
Well, I think that's it. I think the movie strikes a balance between horror and adventure because the second half of the movie is basically Moby Dick, you know,
which is true.
You know, so it feels like they're on this, you know, this mission to go kill the shark, you know, and it kind of turns into this whole quest. You know, at the end. Because
basically, like, half of the movie is one thing and the other half of the movie is another thing. Like, it shift gears. So, yeah.
Yeah, but the music is a big part of it. This is the movie that put John Williams on the map. I mean, he was already working in Hollywood, but this was like, okay, this is John Williams, who we know who he is right now. You know, then he went on to do
once you hear the theme song, that makes you not want to get
because this came out before Star Wars. You know, before Indiana Jones, before Superman, and every other, you know, John Williams score that we all know, you know, but the music is very much a character in this movie, you know, and like I said, it balances the thrills and the adventure and humor. But this movie scared the shit out of me. I'll never forget seeing the little kid on the raft the first time. That is imprinted on my brain. That freaked me out as a kid. Seeing that, you know. The head in the boat. I remember seeing this in the theater, And when Hooper goes down to the boat that sunk, and then the head comes out, I'm watching my mom, because I was a little kid, I was like 5 years old. My mom turns to me and she says, "Close your eyes. This is a scary part." And I'm like, well, I want to see what the fuck's, because we haven't seen the shark yet. I want to see this fucking shark.
It was like an hour before the shark even shows up.
Yeah, I'm like, I ain't closing my eyes. I want to see this fucking thing. And then the head came out of the boat, and I fucking it wasn't the shark that was scary. And and it took me years. Like, it would come on TV, or I'd see it, whatever. I'd see Jaws, and I always closed my eyes. It took me till I was like 12 years old to where I'd finally watch the head come out of the boat again.
Now, I'll be honest with you, Eli. Even though I've seen this GIF a zillion times on the internet, this shit made me jump. When I watched the movie. Because even though I recognized the scene, I saw it, but it was like, because it was doing something else to throw you off, because he was like joking and shit like that. Then the shark came out of nowhere, and I was like, why am I jumping at this movie? I've seen this shit. Like I said all the time, but it gets you in the middle of the movie.
Yeah, so, that's Spielberg, the director. He got you. and then of course we need a bigger
That's
boat.
what I'm saying. This was rated PG.
Yes.
And I'm looking at this shit like, how the fuck is this rated PG? This movie is fucked up. Like, this shit will scare shit. Scare kids.
Gen X, man, we're a different breed, yo.
That's why we're so fucked up now.
yeah. I saw this as a kids movie.
Right.
But yeah, like I'm saying, I mean, it's and of course, it had a troubled shoot. Everything that could go wrong on a movie went wrong. It's a miracle this movie got made. Steven Spielberg was young. He was in his 20s. He's like, I'm going to shoot on location. I'm going to shoot in the ocean. And it created all these problems. Like, the shark would not work. The big mechanical shark that they built, it kept sinking. The salt water kept fucking with the equipment and corroding the wires. The rubber skin was getting saturated and getting heavy. That's why it kept sinking. So the shark never worked. So he couldn't shoot it as much as he wanted. And so he decided to creatively solve the problem, which means he went more Hitchcock. That's why he took on the point of view. That's where the terror comes in, the suspense, and it makes a more effective movie. The movie is scarier because he doesn't show the shark, Right. And the shark is maybe, like, how much do you see that? Like, maybe a few minutes that the shark is actually on screen.
And that's what I want to mention to you. Okay, like we say about how all these Marvel movies got all the DNA of these movies in there. Do you see the DNA of Jaws in other horror movies?
Mm-hmm.
You do?
Yes. Okay. Yes, the point of view. This is before slashers. Where the opening shot of Halloween, where you see Michael Myers' point of view, that was the opening scene in Jaws. You see the dun 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 dun. And Friday the 13th was last week. Belated Happy Friday the 13th, everybody.
Right.
But the original movie, you saw the killer's point of view, and then the music theme. So whenever you heard the killer's theme, you knew, the killer is watching, and that's basically from Jaws. Whenever you heard that music, oh shit, So
not knocking, Alfred Hitchcock. Like I said, he did his thing too. We're just saying from this point of view, at the Jaws, okay, this is where this moved the needle on horror movies.
Yeah, and the formula, the opening kill scene, that's in Jaws. Like, the girl gets eaten. The opening scene,
right?
But
they were also having sex and doing drugs.
Yeah,
which is a thing in horror movies. Like, oh no, you got to die.
Yeah,
that's the rule. Yeah,
yeah. If you go and watch on YouTube, there's a bunch of people reacting to Jaws. The movie reactions. That opening scene gets everybody. Like, it freaks everybody out. So yeah, I mean, I do think it still holds up as far as, like, the intensity, but I think it just taps into one of our primal fears of, getting eaten by something that can eat you, that we're not on the top of the food chain.
That's real. It's not like Creature from Black Lagoon. No, this is real. We've seen this.
People have gotten attacked by sharks. I mean, it's very rare, but it, it taps into like a primal fear, And then it took pop culture by storm. Like I said, everybody knows about this movie. Everybody knows the theme song. They'll know what we need a bigger boat, all that. It's just ingrained in our in our
Even
culture.
my thing, like Bad Hat Harry, like I was like, oh, that's where it came from.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, I love this movie. I watch it all the time. It's one of my summertime watches. Usually around the 4th of July. It's the only red, white, and blue I'll salute. You know, the Jaws poster. I pledge allegiance to Jaws. You know? But yeah, it's just one of my favorite flicks. You know, I think there's movies and then there's Jaws. You know, that's what I think.
Real cinema.
You know, like yeah,
You know, the funny thing about it though, even if I didn't know Steven Spielberg, you know, directed this, you can see it. Like you see his film techniques and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like okay, yeah. I mean, it's early, but you see it. It's there.
Yeah, and it's funny how like I said, this was such a troubled production. Like, do you think if this was made today, would people even bother watching it? Because the internet, we know like every inch of a film production, the casting, you know, who's directing
what they
it.
got out there. Oh,
yeah,
so many deleted scenes. I don't want to see this shit.
Yeah,
you know.
The fans bitch about the poster, and I'm gonna boycott this movie. Blah blah blah. Because we know every aspect of the production. Well, Steven Spielberg was threatening to get fired every fucking other day because he was behind schedule. You know.
I mean, but that's the beauty of before the pre-internet, we didn't know all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like we found about it later on in the DVD commentary, stuff like that. But they're like way after we already watched the movie and formed an opinion on it. Not every step of the way. Oh, we doing this, we doing that. Yeah, you're right. That would have fucked the movie up.
Yeah,
it would have gave it all kind of bad press.
Yeah, I mean, Steven Spielberg thought this was going to be his last movie. He thought his career was ending. He was constantly getting threatened to, you know, they were threatening to fire him. They're threatening to shut down production because he kept getting behind schedule because he was shooting on location, and you know, it just, you know, it was just a rough go. And so, like I said, it's one of those miracle movies where it almost didn't get made, but when it did get made, it became this huge hit. You know, so yeah. I mean, like I said,
it's called the first blockbuster for a reason.
Yeah, and now that's what they do. Yeah, studios said, "Hey, let's release a movie in the summer so people could go see it over and over again, and the kids are on vacation, and it'll make all this money." And that's where that, you know, the Hollywood business model went until now. That's not sort of working anymore, but but like Sinners, like if the movie's good, people are going to go see it. You know,
right.
And Jaws is a good movie. People go out and see it. And then, like I said, it's influenced everybody, like every filmmaker, every horror filmmaker, Jordan Peele, Guillermo del Toro, you know, everybody, Sam Raimi, every horror director is influenced by Jaws. You know, like I said, it kind of...
Even James Bond.
Yeah, it kind
like
of...
The movie,
the villain.
The movie, the villain was named Jaws, right?
Yeah,
I'm like, y'all gonna sue? Or you just gonna let that go? Okay.
Yeah. So, like I said, I love this movie. I was, you know, I watched it the other night. I've been watching a bunch of docs and stuff on YouTube and reactions, and you know, so yeah, we can move on if you'd like.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. I mean, it's like I said, it's Jaws, classic movie. Like I said, every time I see a top 100 list or 10 list, whatever, okay, Jaws is there. It's right there.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah, it is old. It's dated, and you know, people wearing bell bottoms and shit, and you know,
right. It's a sign of the time, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, you know, but it does still, like, some of the themes hold up. Like the mayor who's like putting profits over people. He doesn't want to shut down the beaches because, you know, that's the money. That's the economy. You know, so he's putting. You know.
I'm glad you said that. You know what? Jaws remind me more of any other movie in cinematic history. What it reminds me of.
Yeah.
The other movie, Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All the DNA is right there. It's the same thing. They keep opening the park.
Yeah.
People keep getting eaten. So
yeah. I mean, yeah. So if people want to say, "Oh, keep politics out of horror movies" or "keep politics out of movies," well, there you go.
Right.
That's politics. The mayor does not want to shut down the beaches because of, you know, economic reasons. You know, he's putting money over the safety of the people. You know,
I'm not going to slap a rating on Jaws. It's Jaws.
It's Jaws. You know,
it's Jaws. I mean, shit. I'm not going to slap a rating on it.
Well, like I said, it's like Godzilla -1. You can see the Jaws influence in that. So it's even after all these years, it's still influencing movies
almost
today.
Wondering Are there Godzilla influences in Jaws?
Probably, a monster. I mean,
I'm just saying, like, we already know the history of George Lucas with Star Wars, that he was influenced by Japanese cinema.
Yeah.
So what if Steven Spielberg was also influenced by the same thing?
Yeah, and
because it did remind me a lot of Godzilla. Also, not. I mean, we got -1, but remember the shit was back in the 50s also, and it did kind of have that feeling. Because didn't the government do the same thing in that movie? Where they try to cover up Godzilla?
In the first one, I think they were just
in the
trying
very
to.
First one.
Yeah, I mean, well, they were trying to like get that weapon from what's his face.
But I think they saw the attack and they tried to cover it up until Godzilla popped up like, no, motherfucker, I'm here.
Yeah, but as far as like monster movies, yes, that's what Spielberg was trying to do. He was trying to make a monster movie, a creature feature, and he was into monster movies. It came from beneath the sea. That's why he wanted to show the shark more.
Yeah.
And there's it didn't survive any of the footage, but there's some clips of some deleted scenes where that kid is getting eaten, where it's like in the mouth of the shark and his body's flailing and blood's flying all over. They cut that scene down because I guess people like freaked out and were like walking out and fainting and shit. They couldn't, don't kill the kid.
Oh, and that's what we're talking about. PG, like I said, PG-13 didn't exist back then.
Yeah,
but movies like this helped get it made. Like this, Indiana Jones, basically all Steven Spielberg movies. He was just fucked up. Like he was making like kids movies that were fucked up kids movies. So like we gotta make a middle ground with this. You just can't ripping people's hearts out and then we're gonna be like PG-13. No,
Temple of Doom was PG.
Temple of Doom, like no. We slapped PG-13 on this shit.
Poltergeist was PG.
Poltergeist was fucking people up. Yeah. Poltergeist scared the shit out of me, man. Yeah,
Poltergeist is classic. Yeah.
Poltergeist is classic. I've seen Poltergeist, so that's a classic. So yeah.
I mean, he wanted to show the shark more, but couldn't, and if you've seen the sequels where they do show the shark more, you see that it's not as effective.
This time it's personal.
Yeah.
I gotta watch Jaws 4 again, man. I don't know why. I just got to just to see. Was it really that bad?
Jaws 2 actually isn't bad. It's kind of campy. Jaws 3 is really cheesy as well, but it's got Louis Gossett Jr. in it, and he kills it.
And Dennis Quaid's in it too, right?
And Dennis Quaid's in it. And then 4 is just all around shitty.
Basically killed the franchise, so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. So, all right. There we go. Okay. Appreciate y'all. We're gonna move on to the next movie. Like I said, it was 50 years ago. I gotta do it, Eli. I got to. We got a podcast. What's the point of having a podcast if you can't do it?
Hey, man.
So I'm going to do a review of Clueless. Yes, because it's the 30th anniversary of Clueless. I watched it also last night. And I just want to give my review of Clueless. Like I said.
No, that sounds shitty. I was gonna try and do the Barbenheimer, but do Jaws and Clueless.
Jawsless.
I was gonna say something that probably would have got me canceled.
Yeah, probably let's not go there. So, all right. So what do I think of Clueless? Like I said, fun movie. It's not going to be in the top 100 movies or 10 top movies of all time like that. It was just a fun teen comedy that I think it did subvert tropes. Now the thing is, you watch Eli. I know you didn't watch a whole lot of 90s teen comedies, but I know you watched a bunch of 80s teen comedies. And the number one rule in 80s teen comedies: the popular girl is the most evil person in the movie. She's always the villain.
Is it?
Well, Heathers and all that shit like that. Yeah, that's how.
Well, yeah, Heathers is like a fucking talk about subvert thing. That's a fucked up movie. It's great,
right.
But it's fucking
all the 80s.
Well, yeah, the Mean Girls. That's like the Mean Girls.
Mean Girls, also like that. But basically, any high school movie, the popular girl is always the villain of the movie. But in Clueless, it's not. She's the protagonist. She's the main person. She's not a shitty person, at least not at first. She's trying to be a better person. Let me tell you the plot of the movie. The plot of the movie is basically, okay, so you got the most popular girl in the school. She gets a new girl comes to the school. She tried to make her the most popular girl in the school, but she's becoming more popular than her. But she realized that the reason she's more popular because she doesn't know shit about life. She's clueless. She doesn't know anything. So the whole point of her is trying to basically improve herself as a person. She's a popular girl, but she knows she's shallow. So she's just trying to become a better person. And I thought that was a pretty good message. So it made it where the most popular girl in the school wasn't a shitty person. She was actually cool. She smoked weed, cursed a bunch of times. I'm like, okay, not worth. But another thing is a whole bunch of people in this movie that came away with it. You like, oh, okay, cool. Let me see. I hope I don't fuck this up. Let me see. Oh, Stacey Dash was in it. You know, everybody's crush in the 90s until we found out she was batshit crazy. She became a correspondent on Fox News, but that's another thing. Who else we got?
What else was she in?
Stacey Dash,
Yeah.
Devil in a Blue Dress.
Oh yeah, okay.
She was sexy as fuck in the movie.
Okay,
Anyway,
yeah.
move past that because I gotta separate Stacey.
I have seen that.
Yeah, I gotta separate Stacey Dash, 90s Stacey Dash, from now Stacey Dash. That's not gonna do that. Okay. Anyway, boom, Brittany Murphy. Yeah.
Oh
she was in the
yeah.
movie
Oh yeah.
when she started. That's how y'all know Brittany Murphy. This is how I know Brittany. Oh no, not that. I fucked it up.
That's Slick
Damn
Rick?
it. No, that's not Slick Rick. It looked like Slick Rick. I'm pretty sure he do it. I fucked it up.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I got my glasses.
yeah. I didn't fuck it up like, oh hell yeah, we're gonna she's like, oh no. Shit.
Slick Rick was in Clueless? Like, oh shit. Maybe I should watch this movie.
That's that dude. You know that dude. The other guy in Scrubs.
Oh, that dude. That guy.
That dude.
Yeah.
I don't know his name. Whatever like that.
Yeah, that guy.
I wouldn't say his first movie, but it was the first time I've seen him in something. So yeah. So he was like in a bunch of stuff before he got into Scrubs. He just became that dude in Scrubs, you know, also Paul Rudd. You know.
Oh, really? No shit.
Yeah, he was the main guy. Yeah, the whole movie about her falling in love with his stepbrother. And Paul Rudd's a stepbrother.
Okay. Oh, so that's why porn sucks now? Is this because this fucking movie?
Yeah, so just like Jaws influenced horror movies.
Yeah, Clueless ruined porn.
Influenced porn, right?
Clueless fucked up porn.
Right. Because that's the plot of every movie now. Because every time now it's just like, oh, that's Clueless. Okay, yeah. So Paul Rudd
fuck
in it,
this movie.
not his first movie. He was in a Halloween movie or some shit around the time before also.
Oh yeah, he was in one of the
I can't remember which one.
He
He
was
was in one.
5 or 6, yeah.
Yeah, one of them. The one that we stopped watching because, yeah. But yeah, like I said, it was a lot of influence people now. What do I think about this movie? And here's the thing about this movie. I'm gonna be honest with you, Eli. Just like I was honest about Jaws, I gotta be honest about Clueless. I'm sorry to offend anybody about this movie. I felt like the plot of this movie was kind of aimless. I do feel like this should have been a TV show, which I'm almost sure it probably was a TV show at one point. They probably did pitch it as a TV show because it just felt like it had a plot, but the plot was like meaningless compared to just people doing shit, you know. But it was just fun watching people do shit, you know. Watching, because the thing is, like, you watch the movie, like I'm watching it when I was a teenager versus now is a completely different experience because, like, the jokes, I didn't catch a lot of jokes they were doing. But now I watch, like, they were making fun of these, you know, these girls the whole time in the movie. Like, all the shit they were saying, they didn't know they were saying dumb shit. So that was the whole point about the movie. So I'm like, okay, cool, you know. So that's all I got.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just gonna let you know that I was not offended.
Okay, thank you. I didn't know you were gonna leave. Like, fuck this, man. Look,
no, I've never seen Clueless. I apologize, or maybe not.
You too metal for this shit.
I just some shit. No, there was a time in the '90s where I didn't like anything. Like, I hated like every movie that came out.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say because I've been noticing on this podcast. I like, man, Eli hates the '90s.
Pretty
like,
much
all of it.
A lot of movies. Like, I hated. Yes, all your favorite '90s movies. I probably hate. Name it. I hate it.
Yeah, I mean, I've named them all. You hate all of them.
Yeah. Did you ever see that episode of South Park where I think it's Kyle or Stan keeps seeing shit? Everything is shit to him. That's kind of how I was in the 90s.
The 90s, yeah. The 90s was shit. Because, like, anytime I bring up anything 90s, you just shit on it. So just like, okay.
Yeah. That's when I started.
The OG hipster.
That's
he was.
But I started watching Hong Kong flicks. I started watching foreign movies and shit. I was getting all fucking bougie and shit with my eclectic tastes.
Oh man. So okay, Eli, I want to throw in a curveball. You know what? No. Before we throw in a curveball, let's do this. Because before we get even weirder in this podcast and we lose everybody else, let's talk about it. Batman Begins.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
Because it is the 20th anniversary, so let's at least get that knocked out the way.
Okay.
So, fucking awesome. I don't know what else to go, but I know you're not going to hear me say, oh, I don't know. But no, that movie, fucking awesome.
Yes.
Love it. Watch cover. Matter of fact, honestly, you shouldn't be here unless you watch the movie. That's the entry cover to listen to this podcast. So, sorry, you're not. If you haven't watched Batman Begins, get the fuck out this podcast. Don't listen to us.
Or know who Batman is.
Yeah,
I'm sure
or
everybody
Batman
knows
is,
who
like,
Batman is.
Everybody knows who Batman is, but you got some people that are like, well, I never seen Batman Begins. Should I watch it? Yes, you should fucking watch it. Cut this shit off. Go watch Batman Begins. Come back and watch it. I don't know what to tell you. It's a fucking awesome movie. So shit.
Now, I don't mean to offend anybody, but I'm good.
Here we go.
Or maybe I do. But I actually think Batman Begins that's my favorite out of the Nolan trilogy.
That's a hot take. That's a hot take.
It is. I know. But I actually love this. I remember this coming off of Batman and Robin, the Schumacher shit.
True.
And then coming into this, we're like, holy shit, Batman's being taken seriously. And it was like a ninja movie. I was having so much fun with this movie. I forgot I was watching a Batman movie.
And that's the whole point. Like, and the studio Warner Brothers tried to cut that shit. They were like, it's too much. It's not enough Batman in this Batman movie. Like, no, that's what makes the movie awesome.
Yeah.
Because he's like putting all the pieces together.
Yeah. You understood. This movie made you understand Batman more than any other movie. It touched things that weren't even in the comics. I mean, yeah, you had Year One, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it's even that doesn't go as deep as this movie did, as far as his psyche and why he does the things he does. And yeah, I love this movie. And then when I remember watching it and being so into it, and then halfway through he became Batman. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, Batman.
It came out of nowhere. It's like, oh shit. But when you recount it, when you look at it, you like, I mean, the whole thing he was doing was putting Batman together.
Yeah, I was
pieces of a puzzle. So,
I was so into it. I was so into the character development and the origin that I forgot I was watching a Batman movie. And so when he first became Batman,
it was a Batman movie.
I was like, oh yeah, this is a and I was so much more into it. I was like, I got even more excited. Like, I loved this movie. And the way, I mean, I'm not shitting on Dark Knight. I love the Dark Knight as well. I just don't like it as much as this one. So that's all. Like, I know it's the internet. What, you think Dark Knight sucks? Fuck you, you piece of shit.
Right, it's binary ones and zeros.
Yeah, like, no, I
like Dark Knight better, but at the same time, this movie is still fucking awesome.
I mean, and I can point out the flaws in Dark Knight Rises and bitch about a bunch of shit, but I saw that multiple times.
We're not going to do Dark Knight Rises, even when that comes 20. We're going to skip that. So.
But I, for the most part, I enjoyed that as well. But no, it's not as good. It's not as good as the other ones, but yeah,
not as good as the other one. Yeah.
But yeah.
So yeah, we recommend this 6.5 out of 5.
That's all we're going to talk about. No, we got to talk about Batman longer than Clueless, man. Come on.
No, we don't. We always talk about Batman. We never talk about Clueless.
Well,
we got to give the people what they want.
Okay, I guess. Let's take a poll. Who?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, yeah. Batman rules. That's all. Fuck it.
That's all. Like I said, that's all you need to know. The movie's awesome. Just watch it. So, yeah. Now that I said that, can I throw in another movie review?
Another movie. Okay. You saw something. Did you see something?
I saw something else. It dropped this week. No, it dropped on HBO Max this week. That's how to watch it. And I watched it outside. Let me give it a hold up. Because I know we're gonna run people off when I do this one. If your clues didn't run you off, this is gonna run you off. More Batman talk, please. Sorry, Jake. We're done. So
did you read did you read a Batman book? I didn't. Sorry.
Not this week. What? We didn't. But that's all. But don't worry. We're gonna talk more about Batman.
Absolute Batman last week had the debut of Absolute Bane.
Absolute Bane. Yep.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Can I talk about the movie I'll talk about? Okay.
Sure.
You're gonna hate this, Eli, but I'm gonna talk about it anyway. All right. So the movie I saw on HBO Max was a Minecraft movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
I gotta talk about it. Okay. Here's the thing. I watched the movie. I had no fucking idea what was going on in this movie. But I still enjoyed it.
Okay.
Here's the thing about it. It's like once you accept the insanity and understand that nothing makes sense, or I just didn't understand it, you enjoy it. That's all I could say about it. I mean, like I said, Jack Black was being the most Jack Blackiest he's ever been in a Jack Black movie, And for some reason, Jason Momoa almost felt like he was doing a low-end Jack Black impression.
Okay.
Jason Momoa was weird as fuck in this movie. I don't know what the fuck he was doing in this movie. It was so weird. But yeah, the movie was just weird as fuck. Still fun as hell. Funny as hell. Like Jennifer Coolidge, Stifler's mom, shit like that was in this movie for no reason whatsoever. It had the funniest lines.
Okay.
I don't know why she was there, but she was funny. So yeah. Hold on, we got just watch Clown in a Cabbage Patch.
Oh, did you see that? Clown in the cornfield?
He said Cabbage
Clown in
Patch.
the cabbage.
Is that a thing? Okay.
No, it's a new horror flick that I've been waiting to see it. It's on streaming, but you got to rent it. It's a slasher flick. I actually read the book. It's the book series, The Clown in the Cornfield. It's a slasher flick that I thought it went to streaming. I thought it was going to go in the theaters. I guess it's not. So, but I haven't seen it yet. Any good?
No.
T, let us know if it's any good. Well, he likes everything. He'll say it was dope.
Oh.
He likes everything.
Gotcha. But that's all I got. I saw it. That's it. Moving on past that. Okay.
Slap a score.
Right. I don't know. I'm gonna say 3.5 out of 5. Cause like I said, I don't know what the fuck was going on in the movie. I felt like little kids would know. Like for instance, like when they said chicken jockey, and you see the chicken jockey memes. I feel like if you say chicken jockey to a 10-year-old, they activate and get triggered like the Winter Soldier. I feel like that's what it is.
Okay.
But when I was watching the movie, I don't know what that meant. Just watching the shit and that's it. So yeah. I almost feel like if a 10-year-old would explain all the shit to me, I feel like that's me explaining X-Men to you, Eli, or to anybody outside this podcast. Yeah, just like, is this what I sound like?
Or remember when was it Five Nights at Freddy's? Where we didn't know, we thought it sucked, but I guess everyone else loved it.
They do the lore.
Who play the game and shit loved it.
Apparently there was a whole lot of lore in this shit, but to me it just felt like random shit was getting thrown at the screen.
Now that's getting a sequel and everything, and like I was like, I could barely get through that motherfucker.
He said go see it. He loves it. So yeah.
yeah. Well, I want to see it. I read the book, so I'm actually quite excited for that.
Okay.
But slasher movies so far have been hit or miss, man.
They've been going at the box office. My girl loved the Minecraft movie. Cool. I mean, like I said, it's a fun. Even though I don't know what the fuck was going on, it was a fun movie. I don't know what to explain.
Cool.
So the jokes are funny. I found myself laughing at dumb shit that didn't make any sense. But I don't know. I don't know. Weird shit. It's a good bad movie if that makes any sense.
My son played a little bit of Minecraft, but he was more into Roblox.
Roblox is like the new thing now. Yeah.
Yeah, like he was more into that. So, but
I don't understand any of it. So I guess it's like Transformers to GoBots. I guess I don't know.
I guess. Yeah.
I don't know. So let me see. We move on to the next part of the podcast. Yeah. All right. I do want to talk about this. James Gunn did an interview this week. And he dropped like a whole bunch of news and stuff of what he's doing with the DCU and basically like, whatever he did before, he's like, I'm giving everybody an update. So since he gave an update, I'm giving everybody else an update, letting you know what's going forward because even though he gave us a list before, their list has been shifted. So the next movie, like they're putting all their money in and fast tracking right now is Clayface.
Just a Clayface movie.
Clayface movie. That's it. No Batman in it. Just Clayface. That's it.
Okay.
The thing is, because even though he announced like all these movies like last year, the year before, whatever like that, apparently the Clayface script dropped on his desk, and he said the script was so good, drop everything and make Clayface. So
I'm down for that. I'm down for a Clayface standalone flick.
They already said it's gonna be R-rated. It's gonna be a horror movie.
Okay.
They're gonna it's gonna be cheap. It ain't gonna be 100 million, 50. It ain't gonna be, whatever. It's gonna be a cheap movie. So they're not putting a whole lot of money. So if people see it and they make the money back, cool. They said it ain't gonna take a whole lot of money. Like the dude that's making the movie said, you ain't got to give me a whole lot of money. Give me a little bit of money. The less money you give me, I'm gonna make a profit for you. So that's why they're fast tracking it because it's low risk.
Yeah.
So, matter of fact,
who they get? I heard they were getting.
They've already casted a guy. Yeah. It's this guy.
What was he from again? He's from something. He's from something. Damn it. Ah, shit.
Harry Potter? I don't know.
No.
I have no idea where the guy's from. I was like, they just should have got like.
He doesn't look familiar all of a sudden. I thought he looked familiar, but now he don't.
I've never seen him.
I thought maybe what I saw was fan casting.
I thought so. No, Supergirl is done.
Yeah,
Supergirl's
that's done. But yeah,
they're done. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this the next thing on the list. Yeah. So, let's see. If it ain't about theater. If it ain't about theater, we riot. Huh?
What did you say?
Maybe you know what that means.
It ain't about theater. Oh, like, is he going to be an actor? Is that what he means? Like, is Clayface going to be the actor Clayface? Like, what's his name? Boris?
That's Clayface's thing.
Yeah.
So it's gotta. Yeah, I mean that's like the whole point of Clayface.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I don't really know.
But I think that I don't know if it's true or not. Because like I said, I don't know anything. They saying this movie might be a social commentary on AI. Because Clayface can like turn anything, so it might be about like deep fakes and shit like that.
Yeah, that could be something. No, that's dude. You ain't got to sell. I mean, you've been selling me. I'm down. I'm totally down. For
okay, gotcha. I know I got to recover you from Clueless. So yeah, I'm give you something you want to see.
Hey, we're talking about Batman without Batman, Jake.
Right. All right. Oh, damn it.
Oh, he was in the Hunger Games. I never seen any.
Oh, I didn't see that shit.
Oh,
which one?
He was in Sinners.
What?
Is that the Irish vampire from Sinners?
No. That is not him. That is not. Even though I heard he was in the running for it, but that's not him.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's okay, yeah. He was, yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, the Speak No Evil director. Okay, yeah, that yeah. So it could be fucked up.
I don't know what that is, but
it's a fucked up horror flick.
Oh, you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Yeah. That's all I need to know. Okay. All right. Next thing James Gunn announced, like I said, Clayface is on the next, but also he's talking about the next scripts that they're working on. Like I said, Wonder Woman is on the table. They are rebooting Wonder Woman.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's all he said. And matter of fact, he's saying like the script is actually going pretty well. He's not writing it, but the guy that's writing it, he's kind of working with him, and he said he's on track. So I'm like, that's cool. That's all they're giving us. He didn't say who's going to be Wonder Woman, who's cast Wonder Woman. All we know is that Gal Gadot is out. That's all. Like, she ain't giving back. But do you know who the internet is like the number one pick right now?
I heard Bix is like everyone wants Bix.
Everybody wants Bix to do it. Everybody's saying that Bix to do it. I mean, do I see it? Hell yeah.
I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at that.
Let's hit that algorithm. Go algorithm.
Yeah.
Understand? You can look at it. Come on, man. That's her. Matter of fact, here's how crazy it is. Like the internet is going so crazy over Eli. Like at the Andor premiere and shit like that, people were bringing Wonder Woman comics for her to sign.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, they were just like people asking that. Are you Wonder Woman? Are you Wonder Woman? She was like, calling James Gunn. Leave me the fuck alone. So that's going on right now. So look, James Gunn, I know you don't listen to shit we got to say. You probably never heard of us and like that. But this is the easiest casting. Like this is gonna get us in the seats right now. I mean, that's it. You got to do shit else. Oh shit. So yeah. That being said, okay. Now he's working on Wonder Woman, and he also gave us an update on the Batman 2.
Oh yeah.
And basically saying that what's the guy, Matt Reeves. He said it's still in effect. It's still working, but Matt Reeves hadn't turned in the script. He's returned his script by June, by the end of June. So he has 5 days or some shit.
Yeah. I heard he was out. Like last I heard, he was out. Like Matt Reeves was off. Like was quitting the Batman.
That's what I'm saying. James Gunn said he's heard the rumors. He no, the movie is still on. He just hasn't turned in the script yet. That's all. So once he turned in the script, they can get serious. But he said he's not going to shoot a movie until he gets a script. Matter of fact, that's what James Gunn said. He said that's what be fucking up Hollywood, that they shoot all these movies without a script. That's what fucked up Marvel. He specifically said that. Yeah. I'm is James Gunn turned into Darth Vader to Kevin Feige's Obi-Wan? Are they adversaries now? He talking shit about his old bosses like that,
He's his apprentice who went rogue.
First I was a learner, now I am the master. Only the master of evil, James Gunn.
But that's and that Batman 2 is not going to be a part of the DCU. That's still a standalone.
And that's another thing also. Yeah. And that's what some people are thinking right now also, that James Gunn trying to get Batman off the ground, but you got this other Batman over here. I'm thinking he's putting the screws to Matt Reeves, like, Matt Reeves, you better hurry the fuck up or I'm killing your movie.
Yeah.
Well,
I also okay, go ahead.
No, I'm saying because I don't think he wants two Batman to be around because
it's
confusing.
And when I saw that interview he did where he's talking about he's waiting on his Batman movie because he's trying to figure out how he can tie Batman into the DCU. Because he said every Batman story's already been told in the movie.
That's what he's saying. He's saying Batman for him is the hardest character to make right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he got and I get and a lot of people like got pissed off at him and got mad like, how you can't make Batman? But it can be like Batman is hard to put in the DC universe.
Yeah,
that's
because
it's hard. That's what the Snyderverse failed at.
We talked about this. I've said this. I don't like Justice League Batman.
Right. That's why Christopher Nolan, when he made the Dark Knight trilogy, he specifically said, I don't want my Batman in whatever Justice League shit y'all got.
Yeah, and
that's why they had to hold off on the Justice League.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about the Snyderverse. No, I don't like Justice League Batman in the comics.
Right. I mean, we get it why they throw him in it because he's popular and want to sell the book.
Yeah.
But he really don't make sense.
He's supposed to be the smart one, when you got like the Atom
gods and people that go trains and people that time travel and shit. But he's the smart one. He's the one to rely on. So.
But yeah,
Batman in Gotham City, it makes sense,
Yeah, that's why my favorite Batman stories are just him solo. But I thought he was supposed to like bring Damian Wayne into it, and then
that's what they've been saying.
Yeah.
But you know how they are.
Because then we could see Batman as a father,
Well, actually, you know what I want to see? I want to see Damian already like in the League of Assassins.
Yeah, well,
I know they're not going to do that, but I want to see that.
Just make a Damian Wayne movie then. Fuck it.
I mean, you could
make a Nightwing movie.
We
need a Nightwing movie.
Girlfriend, so yeah.
Oh yeah,
we do. Yeah, which is another reason why she probably gonna get picked because I mean, hell, you already got Jason Momoa,
and then we can have that fucking Wonder Woman Lobo crossover.
We need it. Can I just throw that up there and just leave it up there, Eli?
I keep telling you if we want hits, if we want to monetize,
just do that. Just throw up Bix. Yeah. Okay.
Get clicks. Yeah.
Right.
And just disappoint everybody when they click on this shit.
Right. What it was talking about. Oh, but my thing is this. Okay. Now people are saying that James Gunn has to get Batman right. Otherwise the shit gonna work. And I think that's completely wrong. I think that's wrong. No, Batman is gonna be Batman.
Yeah.
No matter what you do. You have to get Superman right.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, like I said, if you get Batman right, okay. I mean, you can fuck up Batman, just make it the Batman movie. That's it. But you can't build the DC universe around Batman. You build the DC universe around Superman.
Yes.
Green Lantern, Flash, Hawkgirl, all that weird shit. Zatanna, Etrigan the Demon, all that weird shit going on like that. It doesn't fit. You can't fit that around Batman.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Because that's what Snyder did. Snyder basically turned Superman into Batman. A dark, whiny, brooding, emo Superman. And that just didn't work.
You can't do that. No, you got to fit this weird ass world around Superman. Superman has to be anchored. Matter of fact, the DC editor back in the 70s said this shit. Batman is always going to be Batman. But DC will always sell as well as Superman sells. If Superman ain't selling, we ain't selling. If Superman is selling through the roof, we're selling through the roof. They always work based on what Superman does.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why this movie has to get this movie right. Like if this movie comes out the gate and it sucks, that kills your franchise right there. But if you get a good reaction for it and it's selling stuff like that, now you got a foundation.
Yeah.
But you can't be middle way. This shit got to hit. But like I said, Batman's gonna be Batman. That's the reason why. Like it would just make sense technically for Robert Pattinson to just go to the DC universe, but you can't do that because he doesn't make sense in the universe James Gunn is making.
Yeah.
You got to have a Adam West wacky Batman or some shit.
Yeah. That's
Batman.
That's what you need. You need. I mean, I get it. I get why he's taking his time.
Yeah. So that's my thing. So people keep saying that this shit don't work without Batman. No, the shit don't work without Superman. Like they need to get Superman right. That's where everybody else always fucked up. They didn't get Superman right.
Yeah, because Superman is a different tone. Like I never got into the Brave and the Bold. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like I love the animated series and even Batman Beyond.
Right.
And then even the Batman
and shit.
Even in the Batman and Robin, Adventures of Batman and Robin. I liked all that shit. The Brave and the Bold, where him and Green Lantern around in space. I don't fucking give a shit.
Oh, you didn't like Aquaman showing up and shit? Outrageous.
I don't think I made it to that one.
Oh man, I love that card. I love Brave and the Bold because it's so fucking stupid, man. That's why I like that shit, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Blue Beetle showing up and shit, but yeah.
Yeah,
right.
But like I said, he's the superhero with no superpowers.
Right. That's just the weirdest shit. He's my favorite superhero because he didn't have superpowers. What the fuck does that mean? That means he ain't a superhero.
Yeah.
So shit.
You
Like the
know,
whole point is they have superpowers. So yeah,
put your drawers on your face and go to space.
right. Oh shit! All right, can we move on to the next part of the podcast?
Sure.
Okay, like I
Yeah,
said,
Jake, we talked about Batman.
I said we were going to talk about Batman again. So yeah, don't worry. We're not going to get past a podcast episode without talking about Batman.
We always find a way.
We will find a way. All right. So so I'm gonna let you go first, Eli. What you got with that?
Well, I'm gonna do my big one, man.
The big one? Okay.
Yeah, man, because this was, I really want to talk about this. We could do a whole podcast. We should just do a whole episode on this book.
What about Clueless?
What did I say?
Oh,
what did he say? Is he
read
naming me?
Yeah.
Eli, have you been reading
Exquisite Corpse?
No, that was that Tinian's book, or who was that? It was like really long. It was like expensive.
We're like
it's a horror comic. I think it's on Image. Yeah, where like the town. Well, how is it? Is it the one about the town where they go kill people in a town or some shit? I don't know. It's like the Purge in the town. I have not read it yet because it's like a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, the struggle's real, man. Some books are just a little pricey. But it's like a triple. Like the first number one was like 60, 70 pages.
Oh damn! Well, you get your money's worth.
Yeah. So, but I can't remember what we had. Anyways,
the book you about to review now was like $8.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I have not read it yet. I've been hearing good things. It's just, you know what I'm saying? The economy.
Yeah, it's rough.
Like comics or toilet paper.
Right.
Or both. Use them with both.
Oh.
All right, so I'm going to talk about Aliens versus Avengers. Aliens versus Avengers number 4. Jonathan Hickman's finale.
His magnum opus.
Yes, to this.
Now, I will tell you this, Eli. I didn't read this issue, but I did get caught up.
Oh, so yeah. Well,
it's all on Marvel Unlimited. So
I'm gonna spoil the shit out of it. So
go for it. Go for it. Yeah, I was just saying. I got caught up with Marvel Unlimited. I'm like, oh, okay. This is where he going with it. Okay.
Yeah. And he brings it. He this stuck the landing. I felt he stuck the landing. And we reviewed number 1. And that's the thing. It sucked that, I can't wait to get the trade so I can read this all in one sitting.
Well, I mean, you review all of them. Like I said, I don't know if you did 3. I don't know if you reviewed 3. I know you reviewed 2.
Yeah.
Because I went back and listened to your review on 2.
Yeah, but he's been taken because the number 1 came out like last summer. So
that's why I'm caught up on Marvel Unlimited.
Yeah,
like it's been that long. Let me get caught up. Shit.
So this has been taking a while to come out, which kind of sucks that we've had to wait, months for every issue. But no, he stuck the landing. I love this. We reviewed the issue 1. We both loved the issue 1. So this is Aliens versus Avengers. Yes, the Xenomorphs have entered the Marvel universe. The synthetics have unleashed the Xenomorphs throughout the universe and destroyed all the worlds, including Earth. All the Avengers, basically most of the Avengers have died because the Earth got overrun with aliens. Stark Tower turned into a spaceship and they flew to Mars to get away because they were, they breached the city.
They make a pit stop to the X-Men, so yeah.
Yeah. So they fly to Mars, because that's where the mutants were, the X-Men were. When they got
the fuck up out of there years ago.
So. Yeah. When they get to Mars, they find out Mars is overrun with aliens because Sinister has been working on DNA splicing and shit with aliens. And that was a big oh shit moment in one of the issues. Like, oh shit, what's this motherfucker doing? There's only a few X-Men alive still, like Wolverine.
The ones that can't get affected. Armor.
Armor and Emma Frost are the only ones who are the only X-Men or mutants left alive, and Sinister. Tony Stark ends up getting killed. He also got infected with an alien, but he also gets like impaled and is dying. But then the Wakanda Space Armada showed up in the last issue. Big cliffhanger. So we open up with this issue. And And we kind of get a flashback of what Wakanda's been doing this whole time. They went to space too and like colonized the galaxy and had all this a federation of planets and shit. They were basically Star
International Trek. Wakanda.
Yeah, they were basically Star Trek. Wakanda's became Star Trek, you know. But they got infected or, you know, invaded by the xenomorphs because they had like portals, and the xenomorphs just came through the portals and infected all the planets, and almost decimated Wakanda. It's basically the armies left, you know. So they show up and Sinister unleashes his army of xenomorphs, you know, but also he's been experimenting with alien and mutant DNA. And he basically impregnates himself with an alien mixed with his DNA and the mutant DNA and the xenomorph DNA. So when the alien hatches out of Sinister's body, we have a Sinister mutant xenomorph. So a big oh shit moment.
Right.
So
this is going on with that.
This is a xenomorph with multiple mutant powers. Specifically, Bamf. He can Nightcrawler. He can portal like Nightcrawler. So you have an alien doing Nightcrawler shit. And
oh shit! You remember that's what Sinister was doing on Krakoa?
Yeah.
Like mixing, like he Emma Frost and Magneto with powers and shit. And,
yep. So you have Sinister Xenomorph fucking up the Wakandan army. And they can't get him, man. They can't get him. And then the engineers come. So the engineers are from alien lore. They're the ones who created the xenomorphs or created
from the
life.
movie you told me not to watch.
Yes, they created life, like human life. But then David, the synthetic, the android, kind of, you know,
was that Michael Fassbender?
Yeah, he created the xenomorphs and killed all the engineers. You know, most of them. Well, now the engineers are going throughout the universe killing their creations, and they created these black holes to erase worlds and shit. So they show up out of nowhere, you know. And then the Wakanda army just like blast their ship, and so they kill the engineers. So that was pretty cool. But Sinister, Sinister is you know, about to take out everybody, and then Tony Stark. They remember when Tony Stark said, "Hey." The flashback of the last issue when Tony Stark was got impaled and he's dying, and Miles Morales is there. And you remember what happened to Miles Morales?
Right. He got his suit got infected by a xenomorph.
With a xenomorph. So we have, and he also got infected with Venom. So it's Venom, Miles Morales and Venom are one.
A symbiote infected with a symbiote infected with him. Yeah.
So Tony Stark's like, hey. Remember what we talked about? You know, while he's dying, his dying words, he grabs Miles. Remember what we talked about? And Miles goes, no, what the hell? No, I don't know what we talked about. And Tony goes, I'm not talking to you. And then Venom goes, yeah, I remember. So Venom infects Tony.
Okay.
And Tony has the alien inside him. So a xenomorph Venom comes out.
Okay.
And then he starts fighting Sinister Xenomorph. And they're battling, and Sinister Xenomorph rips Venom apart, like straight up rips him apart. And you're like, oh shit, he just killed, you know, Venom Xenomorph. But the symbiote is like goo. So then the goo goes down Sinister Xenomorph's throat and then just bursts.
Damn. Okay.
And explodes. It was like the most epic moment. I was like, oh shit. Oh, I forgot to tell you. During the battle, the X-Men are getting fucked up. Like Xenomorph,
it's only
Sinister.
like 3 of them left, though, right?
Yeah. And Wolverine's got like acid all over him, and he's like melting away. He portals inside the armor of armor. And kills her.
Manifold did that. Manifold put him in.
Yeah.
Okay.
He put him. Yeah, he puts him. He portaled inside armor's armor and killed her. You know.
Wait. Who did that? Who did that?
Sinister.
Sinister teleported. Okay, because he got Nightcrawler power. Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
Sinister
Okay.
Xenomorph. Yeah, it's a Xenomorph
Damn.
with like Nightcrawler and all kinds of X-Men powers. He's
Oh
Sinister.
shit. Okay.
He portals inside Armor's armor and kills her.
Damn.
And then the swarm is coming. The big hive of Xenomorphs are coming. And fucking Captain Marvel, she's old. She's like, okay, I got one more left in me. Get your people. She tells the Wakanda army, get everybody out of here, and then she like goes nuclear and takes out a bunch of the Xenomorphs. But Sinister's still alive. He survived, So he comes running, and that's when we have the battle between Venom Xenomorph and Sinister Xenomorph. And then Venom kills Sinister Xenomorph in a big epic. Yeah, it was cool. That was like one of my favorite moments, like in a while. That's almost like the ending of his Fantastic Four run, where Galactus comes back and like, oh shit, that's what it reminded. Like, I like whoa and shit. So yeah, they destroys the remaining Xenomorphs. They destroy Sinister's facility on Mars, and then they take off for the stars, and then they're listening to Tony Stark's like final recording. And he's talking about his last message before he passed away, and he basically says, go, if you have a job to do, go find, go to whatever universe and avenge me. And it shows like those black holes.
But do they have enough people to repopulate?
Well, they got fucking the Wakanda army and whoever's left, like Miles and who's left. I think
I read
Frost,
like the people that came in Tony's spaceship, they killed all of them.
Yeah, Emma Frost is still there, and I don't know what's going on. We never saw what's going on with Earth because remember Hulk jumped down to go save Cap on Earth.
Yeah, because I was thinking that Hulk. I thought the Wakandas had like picked them up and they were going to go.
Yeah,
I guess they did.
Yeah, but basically they're going off. It shows a black hole, and Tony's last message was like, "Avenge me." Basically, go and exterminate, these aliens, the evil. That's your job. That's what the Avengers do. So yeah, that's where it ends. And I gotta say, yeah, this is one of the coolest books in a while. Like, I mean, there's been a bunch of cool books, but like this is dope. It's a cool Avengers story. It's a cool. It uses both mythologies very well.
Right.
And
the Avengers get kind of fucked up, but it's.
But yeah, the Hickman payoff. He knows how to drag things out. And he knows how to but there's a payoff. And he finally got a really cool payoff because we've been waiting for when we saw Miles. Remember in issue 1 when Miles had the Venom symbiote, but then he got infected with the alien too. And he was like alien, like Xenomorph, Miles, Venom. We were like, oh shit. And we were waiting for that, Well, he finally showed up.
He had it in his back pocket waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, and I was waiting for that, and because we haven't seen him since issue 1, and he showed up, and yeah, whooped ass, and it was dope. So yeah, this is a 5 out of 5 for me. Yeah, I can't wait for the trade. This might probably be my book of the year when we talk about our best of list. This is on there. Yeah, this was dope. So yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Well, first book I'm going to do is since we're on Avengers, I'll stick with Avengers. Avengers number 27. Like I said, I have not been keeping up with this book. I don't know what the hell's going on, but the reason I'm reading it is because let's see if I get back. Sorry for the anticipation. Here we go. Found it. Get in there. The reason I picked this book up because, damn it. Okay, T'Challa's back.
Oh, okay.
Now, he's been gone in the Marvel universe for months. Just gone. Just out of here. He just went to space like, I'm going to go handle some shit. And we ain't seen him. And Jed McKay said it was like a Marvel mandate. Like, you got to write him out the book.
Okay.
So, we haven't seen him do anything, but he's back now. So, yeah. So, there we go. Yeah. Avengers number 27. So, it's pretty much just a Black Panther, Sam Wilson team up. So, let's get to it. So, the book starts off with it basically showing what T'Challa was doing for like the last few months. Basically, he was like overthrowing some emperor on another planet that nobody gives a shit about. And they were like, thank you, T'Challa, since you're with it. Now you got to go home. You're like, okay. So he goes home. Okay. When he comes back, he sees Sam Wilson getting the shit kicked out of him by Mr. Hyde. So Let me explain Mr. Hyde. Mr. Hyde is a Marvel villain, been a long-standing Marvel villain. Has he ever been in live action? Actually, yes. He was one of the bad guys in Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, really?
No. Yeah. For those who don't know, he's Quake's father. I know everybody knows that. Quake had this crazy-ass father like that. That was Mr. Hyde. So that's all I got. So, yeah.
Wow, that's
anyway,
deep.
that's a deep cut. So, yeah. What is his powers? He's a Hulk, or like a little less version of the Hulk. He's fought the Hulk to a standstill before. So, anyway, he's kicking the shit out of Sam Wilson right now. Black Panther shows up, and he slashes the back of Mr. Hyde's back. He like, get the fuck off of him, because we got vibranium. And he's just like, yeah. And then he says, Sam, good to see you again. Sam was like, good to see you too, T'Challa. And Sam's suit also said, good to see you too, T'Challa. He's like, what? So as you see, Sam has new threads. Because apparently, I guess he was getting his ass kicked too much as an Avenger because y'all keep making fun of him on the internet because he said he needed super soldier serum. So he gets super soldier serum. He basically got some kind of super suit. They can like do everything and AI and whatever the fuck.
Okay.
So they team up, fight Mr. Hyde. Sam throws his shield. Mr. Hyde catches the shield, uses to block Black Panther. And then, Black Panther slashes him again. Just fucking with it. He's like, damn, okay. So I get to kill 2 Avengers. And then he rips off his shit, grabs Sam, throws him into space, and that's it for Sam. So, yeah. Oh, they're fighting in space. I can tell you that. No matter. But anyway. So now it's just Black Panther one-on-one with Mr. Hyde. And Black Panther just say, look, I don't give a fuck what the other Avengers do. I'm here to kill you. So he got advantage by bringing daggers, stabbing them and shit like that. He was like, good. I'm glad I want to kill a king. I never got to kill a king before. So he grabs him, smashes the ground, punched the shit out of him. And that's when Sam comes back. He's like, oh, well, you back? Yeah, I can fly. But apparently his new suit is a space suit or some shit. So didn't do shit. So, yeah. So, and he's grabbed Mad Cat's head, which can hypnotize whoever. And it basically, Mr. Hyde is just like Hulk. He's got a bad side, good side. So since he sees Mad Cat's head, he turns back good. He's like, what have I done? And then they kick the shit out of him. So, yeah. If you don't know who Madcap is a Deadpool villain. That's all I'm going to say. It's a deep cut. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So they use that and bam, they get shot at. And then you got this other villain. Oh, they're fighting Master of Evil. I can tell you that. They're fighting Master of Evil. And they're here now. And you got this chick called the Exterminatrix, this S&M looking chick. The Exterminatrix. She's like 2 Avengers, 2 guns. And trust me, your vibranium will not save you from these guns. So she starts shooting at them and they dance and shit like that. They trust her while she's fighting with the bad guys like that. She's trying to shoot at them, but they keep using the bad guys to like jump in front of them. And every time they shot them, they get turned to gold. Shoot, whatever. Shot at them. And then eventually enough of them pile up on Sam that now she got dead to right. She was like, any last words? They're like, yeah. Well, you know where Black Panther is? She's like, what? And he's right behind her. Bam, takes out. So, yeah. All right. So, yeah. So then there's one guy left, the Mad Thinker. And the Mad Thinkers are like, I put the Master of Evil together because I knew they were going to get the shit out of them. But I didn't need them to get the shit out of them. They served their purpose because now what I'm going to do is go to phase 2 and activate the Super Adaptoid. And apparently the Super Adaptoid has all of the Masters of Evil's powers. To be continued. So it's Black Panther and Sam Wilson versus the Mad Thinker Super Adaptoid.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, I haven't really been paying attention to the story. I just whatever. I just want to get you to just for that. So yeah, I really don't know what's going on. I guess the other Avengers aren't there because they're fighting Dr. Doom or some shit. So yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Just slap a score.
3.5 out of 5. I didn't know what the fuck's going on. It was still fun.
Punchy
Good
punch.
seeing Mr. Hyde again.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, that's what I got. So what you got next? I
got TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 9. This is the Jason Aaron run.
Yep.
So this is a very Michelangelo heavy book. It's basically him. He goes and tries to rescue Donatello, who's been captured by that corrupt mayor. And Donatello is like really crazy. He went nuts and shit. For those who haven't been following, he's like talking to a dead rat, thinking it's Splinter and all that shit. But Michelangelo goes in and tries to rescue him from the containment facility that he's being housed in. But it's a trap. He's been moved. Raphael shows up too. They're like, hey, what the hell? It's a trap. So they get out of there. They go and recoup. They find Leonardo's meditating by a dead rat, and they're like, "What the hell? Where were you? You were supposed to be brothers." And they have this bickering, and we basically see, throughout this series, the turtles have been, they're fractured. They all kind of hate each other, and Donatello went nuts, And this one, they're finally all kind of sort of bickering and letting it all out. It's your fault.
As
you
brothers
did
do,
this.
but yeah.
Yeah, so we get to see that, it's always fun to see the turtles, bickering, and they're the banter that they have, Michelangelo ends up getting pissed off and storms out, and he goes on he's been going around doing vigilante shit. He comes on a group of like shark gang. They're wearing masks and shit. He beats the shit out of them, and then the cops show up, and then of course Leo and Rap show up and kind of helping. And then while they're fighting, Michelangelo starts thinking he's hearing the dead rat, talk to him. And it's Splinter telling him, fight as one, you are brothers, and basically giving him advice. Which is kind of poignant because Leo was telling him, Leo was claiming he's starting to hear the dead rat speak because Donatello, they have all thinking Donatello is nuts because he's talking to a dead rat. But Leo's like, instead of shunning Donnie and he's crazy, let's try to see the world through his eyes. And then Michelangelo starts to hear the rat speak in his mind too. So it's kind of poignant how they're sort of, having this sort of compassion and empathy for Donatello, instead of, yelling at each other, which they've been doing. Instead of bickering at each other and yelling at each other, let's try to help our brother who's really, needs help. So it was kind of poignant, and that's kind of where it ends. No, this was good. This was one of the, I've been into this series for a while. I've been reading it since the beginning, and this was a really good issue. The art was really cool. The action, that whole beginning scene where Michelangelo is, storming the jail and just whooping ass. It was very much reminding me of The Last Ronin.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it was cool. This is really 4 out of 5. I really dug this issue.
Cool. All right. Last book I got. Like I said, and you got yours. Last book I'm going to do is Supergirl. Yeah. Supergirl. Did you know there was a new Supergirl book out? Supergirl. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a reason. There's a method to the madness.
Is that Gorilla Grodd?
Or it may or may not be. We're gonna find out. But yeah. Okay. So anyway, there's a new Supergirl book out. Supergirl 2 just came out. New team, new thing, whatever like that. And she's fighting another girl that looks like Supergirl. We're gonna find out what's going on with that. All right. Oh, and Titano shows up.
So I thought that was Gorilla Grodd.
No, it's another gorilla. They got plenty of gorillas, but yeah. All right. So, point is, the book starts, like I said, it's issue 2 of Supergirl, where she goes to the city of Kandor and she basically protects this girl this Kryptonian named Leslie Lar. And she Supergirl is so good, so beautiful, so perfect. She doesn't know how I can be Supergirl. So she does some Kryptonian shit and just walks out of the city of Kandor and just goes to Earth. I didn't know they could do that, but okay, who gives a fuck? But since she's Kryptonian and she walks to the sun, she starts, getting powers. But not only does she start getting powers, she starts transforming into thickness. So, yeah. Why? I don't know, but yeah. So she's like thick Supergirl, So she just goes around, she throws out Supergirl stuff, and she goes around, rescuing everybody. But she's not even rescuing people. She's causing the shit herself, So yeah, but anyway, she takes over the town that Supergirls will be taking over. Oh, and basically to fuck up Supergirl, she basically throws a Pokemon ball which has Titano in it, and he throws up and he just starts destroying the city. So
okay,
they team up. She uses Titano's kryptonite laser eyes to take out thick Supergirl. I don't know what else to call her, but yeah, so she's done. Yeah. And yeah, that's what happened. So anyway, to go to the end. So she was like, okay, since I can't be Supergirl because the real Supergirl is here, I'm going to just, take over. I'm going to basically change plan. Oh, Lena Luthor shows up. Okay. Point is, she says, since I can't be Supergirl, I'm going to be something else. And she decides to be, thicker Supergirl. So, yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was like, I tweeted James Gunn, cast whoever this is now. I don't know who, start thinking outside the box.
And don't cheat us now.
Right.
Yeah.
We want all of that. Yes.
Yeah.
In that costume, all of that. Yeah. I'm pretty sure the cosplay already exists. I haven't checked. I'm scared to go down that rabbit hole. I'll wait till it comes to me.
Don't be scared.
No. I don't know what I'm going to find, Eli. I don't know if I go down that hole, I can come back out. So I'm going to just wait for the algorithm to find me instead of me go looking for the algorithm. So, yeah. That's all I got. I just want to talk about Thick Supergirl. That was it. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I ain't mad at it.
Oh, man. Anything else we got?
No, I'm pretty booked out. I did read that Psylocke, which is fine.
Have you heard that they're canceling that book?
I figured it was, I'm
They
sure.
actually canceled a shit ton of it. The Iron Man book, canceling that.
Yeah.
Other stuff too, but I didn't get a list, but yeah.
But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. And then what else did I read? Oh, the Godzilla versus Avengers. Yeah, that was not good. I did not like that.
Oh, okay.
It was very cheesy and campy and a little too campy.
Yeah.
I get it. If you want to be campy, make me laugh, and it just didn't.
I mean, Godzilla goes down that road sometimes.
Yeah, but you can, and I get it. I know Godzilla can be silly. I know that.
Yeah.
It's just, I just wasn't feeling it, And I'm not saying I wanted dark, evil Godzilla and dark. No, I get it. It had Fin Fang Foom in it and shit, But it's just like a lot of the bickering is like. I guess my gripe is there's a way to write Spider-Man, and there's a way not to write Spider-Man. And when writers are like trying too hard to make Spider-Man funny or like Deadpool funny,
or Deadpool,
yeah, and it just wasn't gelling for me, And that's what was kind of killing the book for me is, hearing Spider-Man constantly crack wise and that was about it. So, but I think that's it. Is that it? Did I read? Oh, G.I. Joe. I read the G.I. Joe, which is fine.
Whatever you talking about G.I. Joe.
Yeah, G.I. Joe was fine. Yeah, it's not much happened. Baroness went on some vacation in Paris, and shit starts happening. Major Blood showed up, and that's about it. So
nice.
But that's been I've been going, been going on that book. So, But yeah, that's about it.
Cool. What else I got? Okay. So sometime before the next episode. Okay, because somebody sent. I got sent this comic. Let me see. Blair showed up. Okay, still Blair showed up. Black Wall Street, because Black Wall Street.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a comic. So it's not digital. It's only physical. They said, well, I bought it. I paid for it. It's a local from Jackson. They're from Jackson. They wrote this.
Okay.
So sometime before the end of this week, hopefully, I'm going to do an interview with them. And we're going to talk about this book. Yeah.
Cool.
We're going to see how it goes. We were going to do it this week, but we got tied up doing stuff, so it's cool. We're going to figure it out. We're going to review the book, going to talk about the book. They're going to be on here. We'll go from there. So we'll set up. But just be on the lookout for that. So,
cool.
Yeah. All right. That's all I got. I'm good. Like I said, Eli, I didn't know if this was going to be like the longest show ever or the shortest show ever. It's somewhere.
It's an average show.
It's an average show.
We did it. We did it.
We found a way to make it. We finally got to the end. Thank you, Clueless.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So check us out next week. We'll go from there. Until then, it's Leroy.
This is Eli.
We talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel.